Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the introduction part of exercise 10.3 and also we will solve question number 1 to question number 4 of exercise 10.3. First of all, we must understand what is faces, edges and vertices. For that, let me take one solid. You all are familiar with this solid. This solid portion, the flat part which you can see, this part is called as face. Now, two faces where they meet, that junction or that line segment is known as edges. Now, where the edges meet, this edge and this edge, where it meet is known as vertex. So, hope you have understood what is face, what is edge and what is a vertex. Now, moving to another definition, that is polyhedron. Polyhedron are the solids which are made up of polygonal regions. Now, what is polygonal regions? Polygonal regions are nothing but the polygons which we have studied in chapter number 3. So, those solids which are made up of polygonal regions, here you can see this polyhedron is made up of polygonal regions like square and 4 triangles. So this is a polyhedron. This is also a polyhedron. So these are known as polyhedrons, but these are not. Why? Because these do not have the polygonal regions. Here it is curved surface, and curved surface are not a polygon surface, right? Polygon regions are not polygons. Moving to the next topic, that is convex polyhedron. Again, polyhedron is related with the polygons. So definitely those polyhedrons which are made up of the convex polygons are known as convex polyhedron. Next topic, that is regular polyhedron. A polyhedron which is having a regular polygon. You know that the regions are having polygon, regular polygon. Regular polygons are those polygons which are having the same length of all the sides are of the same length, or you can say equal size, and all the angles are of equal measures. Those polygons are known as regular polygons. Now, the polyhedron which is made up of regular polygons are known as regular polyhedron. Here you can see the example of regular polyhedron, the cube. This is not a regular polyhedron because the angles will not be same. Also, the measurement, the sides will not be same. Now, moving to the topic, a prism. Let me first read the definition. A prism is a polyhedron whose base and top are congruent figures or congruent polygons, and whose other faces, that means lateral faces, are parallelogram in shape. Those polyhedrons, here you can see those polyhedrons whose base means the bottom part and the top part, both are congruent polygons. What is congruent polygon? It is having the same shape. Here it is triangle and same size. Also the other side, that is the sideways, all that regions, polygonal regions must be parallelogram. Here you can see this is parallelogram. Also, if I take this part, that is also parallelogram. Also, this part is parallelogram. So, a polyhedron to be a prism, there are two conditions. First is top and bottom must be congruent polygons. Second, the other sides, that is the sideways sides, must be a parallelogram. Now moving to pyramid. A pyramid is a polyhedron whose base is a polygon of any number of sides. Whose base is of any number of sides. Here you can see 4 sides. Here you can see 3 sides. And whose lateral faces, that is the sideway faces, must be rectangles. Sorry, no, not a rectangle. That must be triangles. And that triangles must be meeting at one common vertex. That is known as pyramid. Now, moving to the next part, that is Euler's formula. Now, what is Euler's formula? Euler's formula states that for a particular polygon, how we can say that this particular polygon, so that this particular solid is a polyhedron? If you know the number of faces, if you know the number of vertices, edges, and you put into this formula, and if LHS becomes equal to RHS, then we can say that with these measures a polyhedron is possible. Let us take with the cube. We know that cube is having 6 faces. Vertices are 8 and edges are 12. Let us put into this formula or this formula. Both are same formulas. If I put in this formula, f is equal to 6 plus vertices is equal to 8 is equal to edges is equal to 12 plus 2. Now you can see 6 plus 8 is 14 and 12 plus 2 is also 14. So LHS is equal to RHS. So yes, a cube is a polyhedron. So this is how we can say that any particular solid is a polyhedron or not. Now let us move to the exercise, that is 10.3. Question number 1. It says, can a polyhedron have for its faces 3 triangles? That means, can you make a polyhedron with the faces, 3 triangle faces you can make? Let us see. For that purpose, let me take first one triangle. This one, the bigger triangle. So we have already taken one triangle, right? The another triangle, if I place it over here, so I have taken 2 triangles. Third triangle, I have placed it over here. Now what? This place is empty. So we cannot make a polyhedron with 3 triangles. Now, can we make a polyhedron with 4 triangles? Yes. Here is example. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So yes, we can make. Here, no, we cannot make. Answer I have written. No, a polyhedron cannot have 3 triangles for it or for its faces, because a polyhedron have at least 4 faces. Same answer. Yes, a polyhedron can have 4 triangles for its faces as triangular pyramid. Now the third part of that is, can we make a polyhedron with 1 square and 4 triangles? Answer is yes again. This is a square at the bottom. Here you can see. This is the sideway part or view, we can say sideway views. This is the top view. So 1 square and 4 triangles, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we can write yes, a polyhedron can have a square and 4 triangles for its faces as a pyramid with square base. This is a pyramid with the square base. Now question number 2. Is it possible to have polyhedron with any given number of faces? The answer is yes also, and the answer is no also. If we write yes, then we have to write this question. Yes, it can be possible only if the number of faces is greater than or equal to 4, because at least 4 faces are needed. Here we have solved, right? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Same question, only in the written format. Now question number 3. Which are prism among the following? Okay, but for solving this, we must be knowing what is the definition of the prism. I have already mentioned those polyhedron whose base and top are congruent polygon. They must be congruent polygon. 2 conditions I have told. They must be top and bottom must be congruent polygons. And the second one is whose other faces, the sideway faces of the given solid, must be parallelogram. Let us see the diagrams, the figures. The first one is a nail. What is the condition? The first condition is the bottom and the top must be the congruent. Here you can see like circle, and here it is meeting at one point. So no, since its base and top are not congruent, it is not a polygon. Not a congruent polygon, so it is not a polyhedron. Now moving to unsharpened pencil. Here you can see unsharpened pencil. Both the ends, if you see both the ends, is having the same shape and same size, and the other parts you can't see properly here, but here you can see the other parts. Second condition is must be parallelogram. So all the other parts are parallelogram. So we can say yes, since its base and top are made up of congruent polygons and other faces are parallelogram, so it is a polyhedron. Now this figure, definitely no, because the bottom and the top part is not a congruent polygon. Fourth part, yes, top and bottom congruent. Let us see the other sides. All the other sides are parallelogram. So we can say yes, since its base and top are congruent figures and other faces are parallelogram. So we can say that it is a polyhedron. Now moving to the fourth question. Fourth question says, how a prism and a cylinder alike both are same. How they both are same to same. Let us see. Here you know this is a prism because the top and the bottom are congruent figure and other lateral faces are parallelogram. Now this is top and bottom are same, they are congruent, but other region is curved, right? But the question is, are they alike? The answer is yes. How? Because as I go on increasing the length of the sides, So I will eventually make it a circle, right? If I make the sides larger and larger, eventually it will become a circle. Similarly, the bottom also, if I make it larger and larger, it will become a circle. So we will eventually get a cylinder. So we can say a prism becomes a cylinder as the number of sides of its base becomes larger and larger. Moving to the second part of question number 4. Similar question. How a pyramids and cones alike. Here I have given you pyramid and here it is cone. You can see if the same answer we will write as of the first part. If I go on increasing the length of the base, I will eventually make it a circle. So the answer is a pyramid becomes a cone as the number of sides becomes larger and larger. Once I make it larger and larger, it will eventually become a cone. So this was all for today's video lecture. We will meet with new video lecture in new videos. Till then, take care of yourself. Stay home, stay safe. Bye bye.